today, my very special VIP guest is James MacCleary, who is the MP for Seaford. James, would you be able to tell us a little bit about what you do, please?
Of course, Summer, and thank you for having me here today. It's wonderful to see you again. I am Member of Parliament, so I'm Member of Parliament for the constituency of Lewes, which includes Seaford, and it also includes Newhaven and Polegate and lots of our beautiful villages. And day to day, I spend most of my time helping people. So I have an office that's based in Lewes, which deals with lots of questions from many members of the public about all the things that are happening in Parliament and in the wider world. And then sometimes I go up to Parliament, which I usually do a few times a week, and I vote on important issues in Parliament and make speeches and try to make a difference for people to improve their lives.
That's really interesting. Thank you, James, for that insight. And I just wanted to add that I actually met James. He came to the Seaford Day Service, the Bradbury Centre, for our 225th anniversary celebration, and a good time was had by all, wasn't it, James?
It was fantastic to see everyone, and it was a really important anniversary, and it was lovely to see all the work that everybody's doing at the Bradbury Centre.
Thank you, James. So the Taking Control update for this episode is next Taking Control meeting will be on Wednesday, the 17th of September, and the venue is to be confirmed. So my surprise question for you today, James, is, are you an early riser or a night owl?
It's a good question, Summer. I'm more of a night owl myself, but my partner Donna is an early riser, so it means that we cover the whole sort of 24-hour cycle. I also have two children who are both very early risers and get up very early in the morning. However, these days I do have to get up a lot earlier because clearly the rest of the world insists on getting up at sort of 7-8 o'clock in the morning, so I have to too, plus I've got things like the school run to do with the children. But if I had my way, I'd much rather stay up late at night than get up early in the morning. It's not really my thing.
That sounds very much like me. I'm normally awake around 25 to 7 in the morning, I am.
Yeah, that's not my kind of time. I'd much rather be up late at night. I find that I do most of my best thinking late in the evening rather than early in the morning. I'm not someone who enjoys getting out of bed.
That's understandable. Okay, next up. So, James, what is your top 5 things that people with disabilities need to know about MPs and Parliament?
Thanks, Summer. The first thing I'd say is that we're here for you, just like we're here for everybody. You should not hesitate to speak to your MP or email them or approach them if you've got an issue that you want to raise, whether that's about your own personal circumstances or whether that's maybe something broader about campaigning on issues you care about. So that'd be the first thing. The second is there's a lot of important things that happen nationally and that affect people with disabilities. And indeed, most of the things that we talk about in Parliament affect everybody. And so we've had some things that have been quite specific. So you would have heard some of the discussions around personal independence payments, PIP payments, which affect a lot of people who have disabilities, of course. And I'm pleased to say they didn't go ahead with the changes they originally proposed for those, and I voted against them. Anything that we talk about really affects everybody, including people with disabilities. The third thing I think people need to know is that there are loads and loads of great campaigns they can get involved in that really affect MPs and how we vote. So they shouldn't think that it's not worth getting involved. I know that you yourself, Summer, get involved in political campaigning of your own and lobbying MPs to make decisions about things that affect people. And so I'd really recommend that people get involved in campaigns and feel free to lobby MPs whenever they can. The fourth thing is that you can get involved in elections yourselves. There are more people with disabilities standing for election these days, which is really important, because if we don't have people who have lived experience of having disabilities in Parliament, then it's hard for people to talk with authorities. So my colleague Steve Darling, for instance, who's our pensions spokesperson, he's blind, and he has a guide dog called Jenny who comes into the House of Commons with him and sits with us and sometimes lets us stroke her, which is one of the best things you can do in the House of Commons. And the final thing that sort of encapsulates all of it really is just don't be afraid to speak up and have your voice, and let people like me know what you really care about, because that's what's really important, and that's what I want to hear about, is what is it that are your priorities, either in your community, if it's Seaford, or somewhere else in the constituency, or in terms of things the government could be doing to make your life better, and make the lives of other people who have disabilities lives better as well.
Brilliant. Thank you so much for your top 5, James. I definitely agree with the idea of making people's voices stronger and ensuring that people's voices are heard, because I'm very passionate about that myself. And as chair of Taking Control, I ensure that the people that we support at SeeAbility, I'm into making sure that their voices are heard as well. So I'm very passionate about that myself too.
Absolutely. So absolutely, Summer, and that's the real challenge. People like yourself and others who are putting together groups who can get the message across to the people who can make the decisions, whether that's via me or directly to the government itself, are making a huge contribution in society and making a big difference in people's lives. So well done to you and to everybody else who helps campaign in your group.
Brilliant. Thank you, James. And we've now got, what's your very important joke, your VIJ?
So I had to think about this, and I don't know lots and lots of jokes, so we'll try one and see what you think. So I was going to go for a simple one that my son absolutely loves. My son is 9 years old, so it's 9-year-old appropriate.
That's okay.
Why did the Scarecrow win an award?
I don't know.
Because he was outstanding in his field.
Oh, brilliant joke, James. Thank you so much for sharing that with us.
Okay, don't worry. It makes 10-year-olds laugh, so it makes me laugh, which probably says a lot about my sense of humour.
Well, it was you certainly made me laugh. So thank you for your contribution there, James. Well, that's it from us today. I'd like to thank you, James, for coming on the show today. It's been a pleasure having you on with us.
Thank you for having me, Summer. I appreciate it.
You're very welcome. And it's goodbye from me, and it's goodbye from James.
Bye.
Live, love, thrive, belong.